Hi, Araya here. As you might have noticed, the energies are pretty intense at the moment. We are riding these eclipses. We're in the eclipse season, and the eclipses have the ability to trigger our hidden shadows, our subconscious fears and soul pains. At the moment, it's very important, well, it always has been important, but even more so right now, to be very aware of what we are noticing in other people, what we are noticing coming up in the outer, and use that as a guide to what is still unhealed within ourselves. For example, if you see someone underestimating you, or someone underestimating someone else in your outer life, or undervaluing someone or themselves. Every time you have a strong reaction to those triggers, you can ask yourself, why is this showing up for me? Why is this coming up? And very likely it's because you're holding a wound in that area as well. So you're undervaluing yourself in that area, or you're not giving yourself what you deserve. So this could have happened in childhood. It could have happened in another lifetime. So where you were embodied in a different body, basically. It could also be something that is in another soul extension. So something that happens, say, to a soul brother or sister. So that means that we call them soulmates. So these are the extensions from your higher self. Could be in this timeline, could be elsewhere, but we feel those reverberate through the light lineage. So it doesn't really matter where it originates in terms of who handles it, but generally speaking, the highest frequency on offer carries. That means that if you know yourself on a certain level, that means you have embodied yourself on that level and you are aware of yourself. So whatever then comes up from the personality self, maybe from your inner child, maybe it's from the soul, maybe it's on the level of higher self, like I said, other soul extensions. It doesn't matter at that point, but you are then able to unify that through your physical vehicle, through your consciousness, through your interaction with it, through witnessing it and bringing it into your beautiful, loving heart. I keep talking about this same topic, to notice what happens in the outer world as your mirror for what's actually going on inside of you. Right now, I'm getting this very, very strong message for this Easter weekend, that we do this very consciously, that we are clearing up right now between the two eclipses what the previous lunar eclipse brought up in terms of our wounds, our shadow, so that we are ready for the next wave. As you all have felt and might know, the ascension trajectory of our beautiful planet is happening right now. It's going faster and faster. There's an accelerated energy coming in, which is very much needed, of course, because we all know that what's occurring, or what seems to be occurring on our planet, is there's a lot of chaos. There's that climate change. There are things happening that, if we continue on this trajectory of the meat industry, the pollution, whatever we're doing, we don't have very long. Gaia is going to survive no matter what. She is on an ascension trajectory. The new Earth plan has been grounded, has been established in terms of its foundation. It's online. We've done that, which is awesome. However, it's up to us if humanity is going to be on this ride with her, and for how long. And up to us, that means all of us collectively. So we either are going to wake up and continue to stay on, do our bit for this process, or we might choose to pass from the physical being and do our ascension process in another way, on another other dimensional level. So this process of Earth going through kind of like a reset or a renewal of some kind is a process that happens every 25,000 years, give or take, when we as planet Earth, together with our solar system, move around the central sun, which is the planet, or the sun, actually a star, Alcian. And when we move through her photon, or his photon belt. And the photon belt that particular star, that sun, Alcian, generates, is full of light particles, and this triggers these events. We in the past have had these events coming through as floods, events that have been cataclysmic, that have actually had quite big impacts on this planet. However, it has been prophesied that this time around we are not going to repeat that. When we come across a period of time where, let's say, Earth goes in a dark period, we have a choice. Will we let this bury us, or will we see this as being in fertile ground and planting a seed for something new? Very strongly feel in my heart, and I think many are on the same page, that we are actually going to this time do it completely different. This is not a rinse and repeat lifetime. This is a lifetime where we now finally have the opportunity to change the script, because Earth herself is on a different trajectory. She is ascending, so we can ascend with her, and that's the opportunity. We are not here to repeat our old wounds, to convince ourselves that it's still true, that we are still victims of this, that, or the other. No, it's actually on its way out. And sometimes that means that we have to be very strong. We have to be very strong with our words, with our intentions, and with our no's. Like, not our no's, but saying no. And it can be hard for many of us. We have been so conditioned to be good girls, good boys, to do whatever we're told, to be nice. There's also this false spiritual belief still amongst many that we have to be like super generous, that spirituality is all about being kind and keep giving and all of that. Well, guess what? Our energy, what we have done, all the amazing work, the inner work that we've done so far, that took a lot of blood, sweat and tears. And I mean literally blood. We have gone through many lifetimes of learning. And that's a treasure trove inside each and every one of us. And that treasure trove is not for sale. It's not for sale. So if you're feeling a very strong no, that means that it's to the highest good of all involved, for that no to be applied. It's basically a higher no, and it can be so awkward. I know from experience, I'm such a pleaser, so much love to say yes, or here you go, because it's easier, right? Because then we don't have to feel that the other person's disappointed, or that they may be judging us, or whatever. But trusting your higher no at the moment, super important. I have found already this week where I have said no, I might have felt like, you know, some things behind my back, whatever, but then higher self will always lead these people then back to finding the truth. Maybe they come back to you, maybe there's a different way, but always it's empowering to everyone involved. These higher knows they're not meant to hurt people, they are meant to help us. Everyone is getting an opportunity to rise, to ascend, to get to know what we're made of. So at the moment, in between the two eclipses, really be conscious of what's coming up for you, what's coming in your field, and see it as your mirror. That's the main thing. As you know, we don't get anywhere if we keep getting stuck in judgment or blame, because everything serves, especially those really difficult and painful things. So that's my printer there in the background. Don't know if you can hear that. And it's my cue, but because that was my I can feel that was my inner sharing for today. So thank you so much. And yeah, just in general, thank you, all of you, for doing your bit. This is what it's all about. We are changing the world one person at a time, one heart at a time, and I thank you.